Birmingham City remain the leaders over in League One, but it is getting tight in the race for the automatic spots with Mansfield and Wrexham within 2 points of taking over top spot. What will happen this weekend? We'll get into that and more next. That's right, folks, back once again in a prediction video today. It's all about Matchday number 11. That's right, over in League One. And we'll get to it in a second. If you're new, where you been? Smash your subscribe button. Your one-stop shop for League One is right here under one rooski. That's right, with Mansfield, Wrexham chasing for that top spot. And they could be in top spot this weekend. We'll get into it in a minute. Of course, big shout out to the VIPs. You know who you are, the patrons, the members. Yes, that's you. Of course, all tremendous parts of the family. That's right. Again, check out the links down below if you want to support the channel in another way. There are some links down there, so hopefully you can explore those. But right now, we're going to recap last weekend's action and the weekend maybe before that. And then, of course, look forward to the next round of games. That's right, folks. Here we go. Recapping the results from a couple weeks back. Of course, we're back from the international break. There was 2 games last weekend. I'll talk about them in a minute. Didn't really do much to the table, but we'll go over it. So these are the last full fixture list, and we'll talk about it right now. So Huddersfield did pick up a 2-0 win over Barnsley. I'm with a draw myself. Peterborough, that is. Posh. 2 of their mates. 2-1 winners over Stevenage. Bolton couldn't get past Shrewsbury, who, of course, if you look back to last weekend's game just gone, they found a bit of uptick in their recent form. 2-2 draw it was in the end. Bristol Rovers with a big 3-1 win over Burton Albion. Charlton picked up a 1-0 win over Birmingham City. That's right. Called it, lads. Absolutely called it. Exeter City 1-0 winners over Cambridge. They look like they're toast, don't they? Lincoln, they're the team to fear right now. 2-1 winners against the Orient. Mansfield, though, goodness gracious, big 2-0 win over Blackpool, who now suffered a bit of a slump under Stevie Bruce there. Rotherham, 2-1 winners over Reading. Stockport and Wigan couldn't be separated. Wrexham with a big 4-1 win over Northampton Town. And then Wycombe beating Crawley. So that's the state of play for the weekend prior. The last couple games, which was this past weekend, Crawley Shrewsbury, 8-goal thriller right there. All the goals, they made up for it in these 2 games. Look at it, 8 goals in that game. Posh against Rotherham, 6 goals in that game. Do the math. 25 goals scored this past weekend. What an absolute bonkers. No, what was that? 8, 11. I had it. 8 plus the 6, 14 goals. Look at that, 14 goals in 2 games. Anyway, that's the situation in the games. You're bang up to date with that. This is the league table. As you look at it, take a look. It is actually quite spicy. Birmingham still in control and look to be on easy street at the moment. But technically, they could drop down to 3rd if it doesn't go their way this weekend. And it is a tricky weekend for them because Lincoln are in 4th. And I think they're taking on each other this weekend. So we'll get into all of that in a minute. Stockport in the top 6. Wycombe are joining them as well. Charlton on the move. Huddersfield on the move. Going down, it's Cambridge, it's Burton, it's Crawley, and it's Shrewsbury. So that's the situation there. Some heavy hitters not really doing well right now. Barnsley, Blackpool, Peterborough, Bolton. This League One could get very, very spicy very, very soon. Speaking of soon, we'll talk about the Prediction League here first. This is a recap of the last week, the full week. These are the points there. And this is the current state of play. Now, I did add the 2 guys got 1 point out the 2 games from the last the small fixture list there, and they were Jimmy Watton and Chris T both got themselves an extra point because they got the last couple right. But anyway, this is the state play. Andy Speak, 45 points, plus Hinterland up there with 44. K Skiff Gaff in 43. The Frosty got a bit of work to do, but that's the state of play over there, guys. Blue Chicken's in there twice. We'll have to clean that up a bit one of these days. This is the link if you want to get involved. It is 100% free. And of course, there's plenty of time for you guys to get your name in lights. All right then, folks, these are the next round of games and they're coming at you this coming weekend. And we're going to talk about them one bar bloody one. It's going to start, actually, this coming, what are we looking at? This coming Thursday. Wow. Where are we going? Well, we're going to go to Shrewsbury Town, that's right, as they take on Exeter City. Coming at you Thursday, like I said, on the 17th of October. Shrewsbury under Paul Hurst, scoring a bit of goals of late. 33% form for them right now, coming at you sitting in 21st with 8 points to their name. Up against Exeter, Gary Coldwell's boys, all the way up to 7th right now. Is this season they break into the playoffs. Unbeaten in the last 5, picking up 4 wins and a draw to boot. And again, these two clubs played 12 times since 2003, with the most recent match being at Shrewsbury back in March 2024, 3-0 win for Exeter, who are unbeaten against Shrewsbury over the last three, without conceding a goal as well in those last three matches. The Shrews on the back of that 5-3 win over Crawley. Exeter, of course, with that 1-0 win over Cambridge to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clean sheets on the spin. They've been incredible thus far. Can they continue that good bit of form of late? Bookies 70-10 is your Shrewsbury, 5-2 the draw, 29-20 is your Exeter. I may have gone wrong on this one, guys, but I'm leaning. Nope, gone right. Yes, believe in it. I believe in the Exeter 1-0 win. Good result, good form. Shrewsbury have been scoring goals, but I think Exeter's defence is going to be hold airtight once again this coming Thursday. Let's go over to Reading now as they take on Crawley Town. That's early kickoff on Saturday, the 19th of October. Reading under Ruben Selles coming at you, sitting in 17th at the table with 13 points to the name. They've won 3 and lost 3 over the last 6. Up against Crawley, who are 22nd, 6 defeats on the spin, with Robert Elliott currently at the helm. Played twice since 2013, 1 win apiece. 0 draws between the two sides. The last time they played in competitive action, it was a 3-1 win for Reading way back in January 2013. That was in the FA Cup. They've yet to play at the Matchday, so this will be the first time. Speaking of Matchday, though, Reading are back-to-back wins at the Matchday, beating Huddersfield and beating Burton in quick succession. Crawley's away form is pretty hokey-pokey. In fact, all their form is pretty hokey-pokey. They did lose to Wycombe last time around. They've actually played 4 of the last 5 matches over at Crawley, but they've lost every single one of them. Bookies for this, Reading are 10-7 on for the victory, 11-4 the draw, 15-4 is your Crawley, who will not win this game. I'm going to go with the Reading 2-1 win, get themselves moving up towards the table, and Crawley remain in hot trouble. One club on the way up is, or heading up anyway, is Wycombe Wanderers. They're up against Peterborough, another one of the early kickoffs this coming 19th of October. Matt Bloomfield's Wycombe, 75% form for them right now, just 1 defeat in the last 6. Up against the Posh, who are on 50% form for them right now, 1-2 lost to and drawn to over the last 6. Wycombe and Peterborough played 20 times, 8 wins for the Wycombe, 6 wins for the Posh, and 6 draws between the two sides. The last time they played in the league at this very venue was a 7-goal Bobby Dazzler. Wycombe coming out on top with a 5-2 win. Wycombe in the league are unbeaten against the Posh over the last 3, picked up a couple of wins and a draw to boot. They're coming into on the back of a 1-0 win over Crawley. Peterborough with that 6-goal thriller against Rotherham. But they are unbeaten in the last 3. However, last time Peterborough on the road, in fact, the last 3 matches they were on the road, Orient, Birmingham and Wigan, they failed to get a win there, losing to Wigan and Birmingham as well. The odds 10-9 on is your Wycombe, 11-4 the draw, 27-10 is of course the away win here. Tough one to call here. I am going to go with the draw, which again continues the frustrations for Peterborough, who should be further up the table. Wycombe will be happier with another point, but again, maybe a missed opportunity for them to close in on the top 3. Head over to North West now as Blackpool under Stevie Bruce up against Barnsley. What a heavyweight clash we got here. Blackpool under Steve Bruce right now, 58% form. They sit in 10th, 15 points to the name. Up against Barnsley under Darryl Clark, who are in 11th with 15 points to their name. Of course, coming at you this coming 19th of October, played 35 times since 2002. We have 5 wins for Barnsley. We have, what am I looking at? 5 wins. What did I say? 5 wins for Barnsley. I don't even know what I'm talking about. 11th in the table, 15 points for them right now. Last time they played, of course, over at Blackpool, it was a 3-2 win for Blackpool back in April 2024. Blackpool did actually won 5 on the bounce against Barnsley in all competitions and all venues. Barnsley on the back of successive losses to Huddersfield, quickfire 2-0 losses both in the league and the Football League Trophy. Blackpool losing to Mansfield quite recently, and of course a draw to Lincoln. At the minute, doesn't seem such a bad result. But the bookies for this, Blackpool 20-19 on for the victory, 13-5 the draw, 13-5 also your away win here. Going to back the Tangerines to get something here. 2-1 winners over Barnsley, who continue to flounder at the moment with Darryl Clark in charge. Sticking in the Northwest, we go to Bolton as they take on Burton Albion, coming at you at the Tough Sheet Community Stadium. Bolton under Ian Everett, 58% form for them right now. They sit 14th with 14 points to the name. Burton under Mark Robinson, 23rd right now. 5 defeats on the spin, and they've only got 4 points all season long. Played 11 times since 2015, 2 for Bolton, 5 for Burton, 4 draws between the two sides, with the last match being at Bolton being a 1-0 win for the host. That's back on New Year's Day 2024. In fact, the last 6 of these games have ended up in favour for the majority in the hosts. That's right, with the away side. The best result they could pick up has been a draw. That's right, over the last 6. Coming at you though, Bolton on the back of a 4-1 loss to Villa. That was in the Football League Trophy. Meanwhile, Burton on the back of a 3-1 loss to Bristol Rovers this past weekend. The odds right here, Bolton 11-4 on, 15-4 the draw, 8-1 is your long shots. Going to go with Bolton to win this one. Yes, I am 3-0 win, brother, at the Tough Sheet Community Stadium. Down to Cambridge now as they take on Wigan Athletic. Again, as 3 o'clock kickoff on the 19th of October. Cambridge under Gary Monk. Right old rough patch right now without a win in at least the last 13 games. They're rock bottom with just 1 point all season on. Up against the Wigan and Sean Maloney. 67% form for them right now. They were unbeaten in the last 6. It's they sit 16th with 13 points to the name. And they've played 4 times since 2021. 2 wins to Cambridge, 1 for Wigan and 1 draw between the two sides. Cambridge, though, coming into this on the back of a win last time around at this very venue. It was a 3-1 win. In fact, the last 2 times they have played at this very venue, they've come out with something, whether it's a draw or a win. And like I said, Cambridge have actually won 2 of the last 3 against Wigan, whether it's home or away. But coming into this, Cambridge are on a bit of a slump, of course, mega slump. They haven't scored a goal in the last 3 and winless in 13, it looks like. Wigan, though, on the back of a 2-0 win of Carlisle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 clean sheets on the spin right here, right now. The bookies for this, Cambridge are 21-10. And Wigan are 27-20. 9-4 is the draw. I am leaning towards a shock win here for Cambridge. I am going to go with it. 1-0 win. It's got to come sometime. Wigan, of course, playing out some good results and keeping clean sheets, but maybe a small chance, a penalty, a sending off or something stupid will give Cambridge a glimmer of hope. So 1-0 winners for them, and maybe that could start their season off as we head into a middle of October. Go down to London now as Charlton Athletic take on Stockport County. It's, of course, Nathan Jones' Charlton. 50% form for them right now, winning 3 and losing 3 over the last 6. They sit 8th. Up against Stockport, who is 6th, with 58% form and just 1 defeat in that last 6 matches. Played 9 times since 1997. 5 wins for Charlton, 3 for Stockport, and there's been 1 draw between the two sides. The last time they played at the Valley, it was a 2-2 draw back in November 2022. It was in the FA Cup. The last time they played in the league, though, at this very venue was back in March 2010. Charlton coming out top with a 2-0 win. Charlton on the back of that 1-0 win over Birmingham. Stockport with a 0-0 draw against Wigan, and also coming into this on the back of successive clean sheets. The odds for this, Charlton 7-5 is the odds. 17-10 is your Stockport. 13-5 is, of course, your away win. I'm going with Charlton on this one. Only just 2-1 wins. It's going to be a close old game. But Charlton are contenders here. I think they're definitely going to be in and about the playoffs. Stockport the same. And again, when this game goes back to the northwest, I do anticipate maybe a reverse of the score lines and Stockport taking the points. But for me, Charlton will win this one and move up the table. Huddersfield Town are next up. They're up against Bristol Rovers. That's right, Duffers boys. Huddersfield back-to-back wins for them. They sit 9th with 15 points to their name. Bristol Rovers coming into this on the back of 33% form. Just 1 defeat in the last 3, though, over the last handful of games. 18th in the table are Bristol Rovers. Now, they've played 10 times, these 2 clubs, since 2003. 5 wins for Huddersfield, 2 for Bristol Rovers. There's been 3 draws between the two sides. The last time they played over at the John Smith's Kirklees McAlpine Stadium, it was a 1-0 win for Bristol Rovers back in October 2010. Bristol Rovers on the back of that 4-0 loss to Swindon. That was in the Football League Trophy. Huddersfield also picked up a 2-0 win over Barnsley. It's actually been back-to-back 2-0 wins over Barnsley coming at you. The odds for this, though, 15-8 on is your Huddersfield, 10-3 the draw. Bristol Rovers are 19-4. But for me, there's only 1 winners. That would be the Terriers. 2-0 winners, taking all 3 points. Here we go to Central Bank now for the game of the weekend. That's right, it's Lincoln City who are flying high up into 4th, up against table toppers Moneybags FC. That is Birmingham City. Now, these 2 clubs have just played 1 time since 2004, and it was a win for the Brummies. Now, Lincoln coming into this, though, on 75% form for them right now. 3 wins of the last 4 games. They sit 4th with 18 points to their name. Up against the Blue Noses, or Birmingham, sit top with 22 points. 5 wins of the last 6 matches. Last time around, of course, the only time they played it was at St Andrews back in September 2004. It was a 3-1 win for Birmingham. Lincoln, though, on the back of that 2-1 win over Grimsby in the Football League Trophy. Birmingham put 4 past Shrewsbury in the same competition, of course. But most recently in the league, they did lose to Charlton. The odds on this, though, Lincoln are 3-1 for the victory. 2019 on is your Birmingham. 23-10 is the draw. Tough old game, this one. Could be, it's definitely one for Birmingham. If they were to win this, they will realistically, I don't know who could really stop them now from being automatic, or at least being champions. I think automatics is definitely within grasp for Birmingham. But not me. I'm still not there yet. Still not believe. I'm still not 100% sure on this Birmingham City side. Got to go with Lincoln. 2-1 winners. Central Bank. Yeah. Of course, Birmingham would win this game if it was at St Andrews. Of course, it's a fortress over there. But games like this, it is their FA Cup final in a way for Lincoln, like it was for Charlton. up against the big boys, and they'll raise their game. 2-1 winners, Lincoln taking it. One team that's proven to be a massive underdogs and doing very, very well, it's Mansfield Town under Nigel Clough up against Stevenage under Alex Ravel. Played 21 times, these two clubs, since 2008. 11 wins for Mansfield, 6 wins for Stevenage. There's been 4 draws between the two sides. Mansfield winning 5 of the last 6, in fact 4 on the bounce. Third in the table with 20 points to the name. Up against Stevenage, back-to-back defeats. They sit 13th with 14 points to the name. Of course, they last played over at Mansfield. It was a 1-0 win for Mansfield back in April 2023. In fact, Mansfield are unbeaten against Stevenage over the last 5, picking up 4 wins and 1 draw. They come into this on the back of 3 successive clean sheets against Stevenage and only conceded 1 goal against them in the last 6. Mansfield, though, on the back of a 2-0 win over Blackpool, they come into this also 1, 2, 3 clean sheets on the spin, conceding just 1 goal in the last 5. Stevenage, though, on the back of successive losses to Peterborough, both in the league and the Football League trophy. The odds, though, 6-4 is your Mansfield, 9-5 is your Stevenage, 9-4 is the draw. I think I am leaning towards Mansfield. 2-0 win, continuing that recent run of form. And again, clean sheets in abundance for Mansfield Town. Northampton Town next. They're up against Leyton. Orient coming at you over at Sixfields. John Brady's Northampton Town find themselves in 20th spot with 8 points to the name up against Leyton Orient and Richie Wallens, who are in 19th with 8 points to the name. Both played 26 times since 2003. 10 wins for Northampton, 7 wins for Leyton Orient, and there's been 9 draws between the two sides. Last time around over at Northampton, it was a 2-2 draw back in October 2023. What else are we looking at here? Of course, just 1 defeat, though, against the Orient in the last 6. That was at the Orient back in February 2024. Northampton Town on the back of a 2-0 win over Notts County. That was in the Football League trophy. Leyton Orient picking up a 4-2 penalty shootout win against Colchester in the same competition. The odds right here, right now, 21-10 is your Northampton Town, 23-10 is the draw, 13-10 is your Orient here. Smells like a draw to me down at Northampton Town. Going to be a 1-1 draw in my eyes. What do you think about that? Let me know down below. And then finally, folks, we head over to Wales. That's right. Are we going to Wales? Tell a lie. Stop it. Stop it. We're going to actually tell a lie. We're going to not the New York Stadium. We're going to Yorkshire. It's Rotherham United against Wrexham. I misread that, Badgerino. Coming at you this coming 19th of October. It is a 3 o'clock kickoff once again. Stevie Evans, Rotherham, up against Phil Parker's Wrexham. That's right. Played 2 times in 2007. 2 wins and a 2 for Rotherham. That's right. We'll talk about that in a minute. Rotherham, though, unbeaten in the last 5 now. Cooking under Steve Evans, they sit 15th, 14 points to the name. Wrexham, though, still sits 2nd, 20 points to the name. Of course, with just 1 win, 1 defeat in the last 5 matches. Last time around, though, over at the New York Stadium, was a 3-0 win for Rotherham back in December 2007. Rotherham on the back of that 3-3 draw away to Peterborough. Wrexham with a 3-0 win over Wolverhampton Wanderers in the Football League trophy. The odds, 5-4 is your Rotherham, 2-1 is your Wrexham, 5-2 is the draw. Be a banger this game. There's a couple right old bangers here, and this is one of them as well. But I'm going to go with Rotherham United to win this one. They're on a good bit of form. Wrexham making it difficult to travel. So yeah, 2-1 winners. Rotherham taking all 3 points. Oh yeah, oh yeah. That's my take, guys. Be sure to get your own take in as well using the Prediction League code that is there. We'll see you on the other side on that one. And again, we'll see you soon, guys. Subscribe, smash the like, catch you later. But until then, guys and girls, we are donezo.